I'm Lynn Abbott with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Florida Network Realty, and I'm here today with John Reardon, who is a reverse mortgage specialist. And in real estate, we hear about reverse mortgages all the time. Yes. But I wanted to give you an opportunity, John, just to really explain to people in your own words how they work and the importance of them.
Yes, I'm considered a reverse mortgage specialist, okay? Which means I have my state mortgage license and my national mortgage license. I have to get continuing education credits every year, of course, to keep the license valid. Reverse mortgages are they're a specific mortgage product created during when Ronald Reagan was president, actually. So it's been around for a long time, and that's what people say, is that it's a FHA insured loan choice. Mm-hmm. And it's made for homeowners age 62 and older, okay? So different loans have different rules, okay? So a VA loan is made for veterans where they don't have to put any money down. An FHA loan, people have to put 3.5% down for the loan. Right. The reverse mortgage was created for older homeowners. So it has its own special rules too. If somebody is 62 and older, they're living in the home, they can borrow money from the home. They don't have to make any payments back as long as they follow the rules of the reverse mortgage, which is as long as they continue to reside in their home, pay their homeowner's insurance, pay their taxes, and keep the home in good condition. Then they never have to repay the money back that they borrow in the reverse mortgage. Let's give an example of a reverse mortgage. A 69-year-old and a 70-year-old couple living together. They've paid off their mortgage. They live in a $300,000 house. They probably would be able to borrow 65% of the appraised value of the home, borrow it out to live on, to use while they're alive. And again, the new rules are the money that they can borrow out, they could only get about 60% of that at closing if they wanted to. The other 40% goes into a line of credit that they have access to after a year. Mm-hmm. And while that money is sitting in a line of credit, people who are getting reverse mortgages now and they're putting that money in that line of credit is growing at 5.6 and 5.7%.
Well, that's pretty good these days.
Absolutely, absolutely. But let's talk about something else that most people don't even think about with the reverse mortgage. And you, as an SRES realtor, you know about this process as well, which is and it's very interesting. So people can buy a home with a reverse mortgage. I help somebody, a couple, just sell their home off of Old St. Augustine Road, and the realtor got 2 sales from this, where she got the listing from the home off of Old St. Augustine Road, and this couple bought their next home in the Cascades at the Royal Gulf Village. And again, they bought a $280,000 home, and they came to the closing table with about $140,000.
Very interesting.
See? And they have no monthly mortgage payment for as long as they live there. So that's how they purchase a reverse mortgage, is you're actually offsetting the purchase price by getting the equity of the reverse mortgage as like a silent mortgage. Mm-hmm. And you bring the difference of cash to the table. So I love what I do, and I can help anybody in the state of Florida. The majority of my business comes from St. Johns County, Duval County, Clay County, all Northeast Florida. A lot of business comes from Flagler County and Volusia County.
What drew you to the reverse mortgage versus when you said you started out in regular mortgages? Mm-hmm. And obviously that's a booming business. Mm-hmm. What makes you focus on the reverse mortgage?
I've seen it save people's lives, literally, and that's not even exaggerated.
Well, I mean, do you have an example you can share with us that is something that really sticks out as one of the most satisfying things that you have done with it?
It's happened multiple times where I've helped people get reverse mortgages, and they're literally living on an $800 a month Social Security check. I've helped people with reverse mortgages where they literally needed the money for the in-home health care for people.
Or I guess if they want to age in place and they might have to make renovations to their house, then they can use the money to do that, so they can do that.
I've helped people get reverse mortgages where they needed the money from the reverse mortgage to pay their taxes and insurance. Because because again, they've been spending through their savings.
Sure.
And
that doesn't go away. You always have to pay your taxes.
Right, absolutely.
Well, this has just been so educational. I really appreciate you spending the time, and I hope that it'll help everybody in understanding what a great tool reverse mortgages can be.
Absolutely. And again, if people have any questions, I will never try and sell anything. I will never try and pressure anything. I will always have conversation and discuss.
I know that from experience. We've talked
Absolutely.
about it several times. I actually, have considered doing one myself, but never any pressure, just totally educating
And
you
if it's
spend
right for you.
as much time as is necessary to make people understand that, so that's great.
Absolutely. And thank you, Lynn, for asking me to do this interview. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
All right.